welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode on the Lyfcraft server. You can see we're kind of in a new looking area. We kind of built this on stream. I was getting tired of trying to fight around and try and find my villagers, finding which ones. So we kind of made a little building for them. It's going to extend up higher, but that was just the first 2 floors. I'm thinking of doing a floor for each of one of the villagers. So right now we have a little bit more room over here for the masons. And we come up here, we have librarians. And you can see I have this space right here kind of left out. That's because we're going to be building another walkway up to another floor. And I think that's where I'm going to put the Fletchers. Right now I am still on the search for a certain Fletcher. And yeah, that has been a pain to say the least. But on the positive side, I do have some good news. This thing is working way too well. May not sound like it now, but that is a lot of drops. That always makes me a little nervous because it's a little open above us. And you can see this. Yeah, I have loads of gunpowder. Gunpowder for days. So I am not going to complain about that one bit. So one thing we do need to get worked on is actually another farm. And I love my farms. I can't help it. That is just my nature. I love to build things. Ah, he finally changed. That's not too bad. Now, I did figure out it takes 1.5 stacks of arrows to actually get these guys to level up. Now, those 2 should level up in a second. And, yeah, it just takes me a little bit to get through this. And I have way too many arrows to deal with. I mean, look at this. I have this full, this has a lot, this has some, this has some, this has some. And yeah, and every so often I've noticed these guys do not want to cooperate with their blocks. And I kind of have to nudge them a little bit. Sometimes I have to nudge them a little past it. And then kind of push them back up on it. I don't know why. It might be just the way it's set up. And you're going to prove me wrong, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what's going on and why it's so difficult to get these guys to pick up a profession inside of a cart, but apparently it is. But yeah, right now I am working on this right here on streams. And I don't know if I'm going to be constantly going back and forth and trying to get the villager on camera, because that is kind of a tedious task, to say the least. I mean, this is basically what I'm doing. I'm coming up here, finding which ones have the book trades, trading them out, getting enough emeralds, and actually you can get a decent amount of emeralds this way, and levels. So if you haven't noticed, I actually died on stream. Someone asked me to hug a creeper, and well, I went and did that, and it blew me up. I have survived so many of those, I was surprised that's the one that took me out. But if you're not actually catching up on my streams, I normally stream on Sundays, that's a guarantee. Thursdays, I normally try to, it just depends on how my work schedule is. If I get stuck there late and I don't have the energy to do it, that's always one of those things that can always happen. No matter what job you're in, you can always come home just flat out tired. Now this, I don't think I'm going to keep. I might put this as storage. And you can see some of the building blocks I have right here. And we're going to expand this out more. We're going to get some terracotta in here. And basically this whole building's, I'm trying to make it where it's built off of nothing but what the villagers can trade you. So it's a neat little trick. And it kind of works out. I mean, I'm not using any resources. It's a different type of grind, but it still works. And plus, I'm not going to complain about all the bows I have, because that comes in handy when you're making certain redstone contraptions. Now this is where it comes interesting. That string trade, yes, the string trade, is just flat out overpowered. Look at that. I can just hit this twice. And look, he's already unlocked in. And wait, what? There we go. It took him a second. It was just kind of delayed. That is a lot of mobs in there. Just a lot of mobs. And piercing. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. You all take this as a lesson. But everybody, like I was saying, this mob farm over here is doing fantastic. I'm going to have to figure out a sorting system and everything for it. I have a few things planned out, how I'm going to do it. And I was going to say, is that creeper just walking around? And we really need to do something with this iron farm. Like, just centralize all these drops because I'm getting a lot of them and they're just chilling here. I mean, the iron farm's been going forever and I don't know how many blocks I have made. And yeah, it just keeps producing and I'm not complaining. But we're going to also work on a sugarcane farm today. And maybe a bamboo farm. And that should finish this up. And you can see I've been kind of growing it over here just manually. Trying to make sure a drown doesn't come after me. And through this whole thing, I mean, I got a decent amount. And wow, that squid is just asking for it. You don't see squids very often on a server, so yeah. And I missed one. But yeah, you can see this thing's doing pretty well. I mean, it got me almost 2 stacks, and there probably is actually 2 stacks in here if I just dig out all this dirt. But I don't want to have it like this. This just looks very tacky. And that's not how we do things. Not around here. So I'm going to actually set up a little, well, a little being an understatement, of a sugarcane farm. And I don't know where we're going to put it at quite yet. But I'm thinking probably over in this area. I kind of like how this is like dug out a little bit. And that should be big enough for a sugarcane farm. For the size I'm thinking. And I don't know, maybe we can make it like a little tower of growable farms like that, like sugarcanes. Maybe cactus. We just have to figure out how to get it to work with the flowing water and everything. But yeah, I'm thinking like right over here would be a good place for it. And it won't take up much room. And it kind of uses this landscape too. So that's always a good thing. And we're kind of getting close to the point where we're actually having to worry about space. So instead of just building outward, we might as well build up. So that is one thing I have planned on today. And I don't know if I'm going to get on that just yet. I do have quite a few things I want to get done. I have had a lot of things on my mind here lately, especially with Lyfcraft and everything, and actually my YouTube career. And one thing I have been thinking about is kind of changing things up. I know in the past I've said that before, and this time I'm going to do my best to stick with it. I have, like I said, a lot of things planned, including with this channel, and also a lot of things I do over on Twitch. So be prepared for a lot of different changes. My videos, hopefully I'll be able to get more out per week. That's what my main goal is right now, is to get more consistent on my videos. Because that is something I have been lacking for a while. And I kind of like the way these mushroom blocks look, but that's just me. Just the stems, not really the tops of these. They kind of look like a 70s carpet or something like that. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I'm cutting these down. But, ooh, you cut those things really fast. But let me go ahead and get some more of these knocked out, and we're going to try and set up a little system over here to start collecting and manufacturing sugarcane. Now, this is somebody I haven't seen in a while. Let's see what he has to trade. Lime concrete, dispensers, blast furnace, blocks of quartz, terracotta, warped blocks, bubble. Wow, he actually has quite a few things. And yeah, not much I actually need right now. Hopefully he'll be coming back around, and I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get more of them. Now, I just completely wrecked my inventory with mycelium, but yeah, I don't really want any more mycelium. I'm surrounded by it, so don't really need it. So let's go ahead and get this thing kind of terraformed out and kind of get everything set up the way I want it. You know, this is one thing I always regret doing early on, is actually building little farms or something simple, and then I end up building something a little more drastic. And really, I don't know why I do that. I love building farms, but if I'd have built something simple in the beginning, or any type of farms in the beginning, yeah, I probably wouldn't have the lack of certain materials that I do now. But hey, that's half the fun of deciding what you're going to do in the middle of the game. I mean, Minecraft is a sandbox game, so you can pretty much do whatever you want. But I always regret not building simple farms to help me out throughout the series. And then I end up building monstrosities like this. And placing all this dirt and slabs is a little bit of a pain, I'll be honest. It takes me a minute to do all this. So let me come back when I quit placing blocks in the right spot. After I get a little bit more of this done, you can see there's actually quite a bit already. I don't know if this is going to be one layer or two. Looking at this, and it should work, just one layer probably be fine. Because I don't need an overabundance on sugarcane. I don't know what I would use it for, maybe paper, rockets, stuff like that. But other than that, it shouldn't really need to be run very much. I guess that's why it's in the industrial district. And I just realized something. I forgot to turn off my mob farm. Oh, those chests were almost full. All right, let's see how full this is because, yeah, I don't think I turned it off. It seems to have stopped. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. There's still stuff spawning. I guess I might have been, luckily, too far away from it. Which I think actually right about here, things kind of quit spawning. Yeah, there we go. So luckily I'm far enough away that this does not affect that over there. And we're really going to have to get a central storage unit for all this stuff. Because, yeah, this is insane how much of this is producing. I just can't get over it. Alright, I think I have as much as I want to get built on this. There's quite a few rows. And hopefully this will produce quite a bit. There is, I believe, 11 in this row, 10 in this row. So that's 21 per these. So let me count this real quick. There's 18 sets of those. So a little bit of math later. Let's be honest, I can't do the math in my head. Alright, everybody, that's going to be 378 pieces of sugarcane per harvest. And that's only if it's one layer, and that's like almost 6 stacks of there. But one thing also I want to get over here is, guess what? Some clerics. And the main reason because, well, I have to have a use for some of this, and I don't want to have to fly back and forth to my mob farm in the nether to actually get this done. I mean, you can hear all that. So I might as well get a few clerics here and kind of trade them up, and I can actually build up quite a bit of stuff this way. And especially with me lowering their prices, that's going to actually help out quite a bit. But it will get these kind of special trades like the redstone and the lapis, and also the main thing I'm after right now, and that is this right here, the glowstone. Now, if I can get plenty of glowstone, that would be easy for me to light that up. And you don't really have to, but it's just one of those things I prefer to do. And let's see. Can you go? Oh, no. All right, everybody. We got all the foundations laid out. You can see I made an infinite water source. It's going to help me fill this up. And I didn't fill in the edges just yet. Because I don't know if I want to go with stone or what, but I'll think of something to put along the sides. Maybe help it stand out a little bit. I'll think of something. But basically what I'm going to do is pretty much fill all these up with water sources. And right now I'm going to avoid the edges. And you see there's no water going underneath it. That's the great thing about having waterlogged slabs. And then I'm just going to put some leaves on top of it so things don't fall in there. And also because slime blocks do not stick to this. So that's going to help me out quite a bit in the process. Now, we might add some glowing effect. That's what I might do on the sides. Just add a lot of glowstone. because mobs can't spawn here anyways, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tedious task of filling all of these in and pretty much doing like this. So let me get this all figured out. But basically, the sugarcane will stay like this, and the flying machines will go across and push it off. Now, underneath, we're going to have hopper minecarts picking up all the product, and I don't know which way I want to go. Maybe out this way. So it'll shoot them out this way. Now, our storage unit is roughly right around here-ish down there. So we might be able to link all this together. We'll just have to wait and see. But you can see how that just working fine. So let me go ahead and pretty much fill in the rest of these. That should be a little bit of process, but not too bad. All right, everybody. I did do a few changes. I actually got a few clerics over here, and they've been converted, and I've been kind of trading some of my drops from them because I was having an abundance of them. And you see there's another wandering villager over there, or trader. But just how much stuff have I gotten so far? That's the insane part. Not counting the arrows, because I don't need arrows. That is a lot of bone blocks. That's a lot of string, not counting what I've already traded with the Fletchers. And this is all gunpowder. So, yeah, that's a lot. So, back over here to our little sugarcane farm. And I say little kind of loosely, but we're going to go ahead and set up the flying machines, and I think I'm going to have the storage unit on this side for now, and then we're going to be kind of pushing it towards the main room over there, and we're going to try and get all this done in just a minute, and then I'm going to go take a look at a few things, and apparently there's something in my mailbox that I have to go take a look at. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this built up and all set up, and we can go ahead and go see what there is, because I still missed a few things from over the holidays. You know, I don't know what is more annoying, the fact I can't bulk craft these or putting down rails. So I have everything in place, and they should be going. I just clear out this one object. I was having to get down there. But yeah, so this should work pretty well. And I probably just need to start moving things around. See how fast they come back. It's not bad. Now, getting all these rails down was a pain in the backside. I'm not going to lie. Okay, we're going to have to put a marker on this one right here. But yeah, just making all those rails was just beyond a pain. Let's see which one comes back up. That one, that one. All right, so let's give this thing an update, and yeah, let's see how well this works. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get up there. I know they won't attach to hoppers, so there we go. So we're going to have to give this thing an update, and it's a simple system. This should work, I think. Ooh, it might actually be too big. Oh, I hope it's not. I might have overshot this a little bit. There we go. So there we go, and you can see it's working. I guess I just built it too big on one side. We'll think it's something to do with that. And the great thing about the system, the way it works, is it will all come back this way. You see all these are actually still unloading, and they should kick back on once we get all the sugarcane unloaded. And there we go. That's one harvest. Now, these all are reading off these right here. So once these finally go all the way out, I'm kind of curious on, well, there's some spewed out over here. And yeah, they're just chucking along right there. See, a little bit of sugarcane got there. So let this run for a minute, and we'll see how much sugarcane I got with one harvest. All right, everybody. All the carts start moving again. So let's see. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. We got one loose one in there. So that was actually pretty good. Almost 9 stacks of sugarcane. So I'm not going to complain at all about that. And the way we're going to actually have this set up to fire, it's going to be actually quite simple. I'm going to put an observer over here watching sugarcane, and when it fires, it's going to, or grows up to a certain height, it's going to go ahead and fire this, and it's going to be all automated. So I'm going to have to also rip out all this, which kind of sucks, but it happens. So next, or all right, and all right, next thing we got to do is actually head over to not only Zach's base, but also over to the shopping district, so we can check out what's over there. And yeah, you know, the Shulker monsters are actually getting to be kind of horrible over here, and I just you know, the sad thing is my Shulker monster is actually a lot less because I took down quite a bit of these. So that tells you something. One thing I did run out of was powered rails. That thing has a lot of powered rails in it. But yeah, so now we got 6 stacks. We can actually make as many rockets as we want. So that is an awesome feeling. It really is. You know, I actually did forget something. I forgot to make this automated. So I set up a little system over here that will actually automatically fire whenever it's ready, and I have a manual switch. So let's go ahead and simulate this a little bit, and I'll break this sugarcane. And there we go. Look at that. Automatically being done for me. Can't beat anything better than that. I mean, seriously. I do need to go around and kind of make it where it doesn't shoot off the side. That would be great. But that's for another day. Maybe we can surround this in glass or something. But you can see these are already picking up items. And I do need to come back through and fix this. Remove this whole side right here. But that, like I said, is going to be a little trip in itself. And to be honest with you, I don't know why this is here. I was just sitting there for no reason. But you can see all the items coming in. Yeah, they're all getting filtered through. And we're getting tons and tons of sugarcane down here, which is not bad. I mean, this is kind of like an AFK farm. It will work whenever I am not around. And yeah. Well, not when I'm not around, but when I'm just working in the area. And it's a nice little way of getting quite a bit of sugarcane pretty quickly. Now, could we expand this upwards? Yes, we could. Do I want to? Not yet. We'll see how this goes and everything. And I have 1 random sugarcane. But yeah, I think that's a neat little system. I don't need to actually have this stuff on here as well. These are just placer blocks. So I can go ahead and get this all cleaned up, and we can go ahead and check out a few of the things done over the holiday season. No matter how many months this has been, this guy is still here. I guess he's just sticking around. Wonder if we can keep him all season. That would be kind of interesting. So first things first, we actually have to travel down our little hallway, and we have to head over to the shopping district. I know there is something over that way, which is just going to take me a minute. And this is something we have to finish up during the live stream or something, because it looks cool, but then you come right here and it's a little needs work. So let's go ahead and land. You can see there's still plenty of wildlife in here. It's been a little bit since I've been here. Still got the Santa hat on the dragon, which is always cool, and we got Santa hats everywhere. And I'm kind of curious if anybody's taking me up on this. If not, no. Alright, so looks like we actually have a bit of mail, so that's kind of nice. It's been a while. Oh, there's a lot of things. Mending trident, happy. Wow. I have not checked. Ooh. That's what this is. Let's see. Ah, this is from Iceland Queen. Look at this. Mending and breaking, silk touch. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Iceland Queen. I and thank you, Zaphoid, for the trident. I've actually been needing one. Because I have channeling and yeah. Haven't Mycelia Xmas. Oh, wow. Let's see, you got some ooh, what is this? We got green concrete. Happy Xmas. I don't know who this was from, but thank you. And from Oz. Okay. I don't know if both these are from Oz, but thank you very much. I do greatly appreciate it, and always need some extra shulker boxes. Oh wait, happy holidays from Zaphoid art. Oh, that's kind of cool. That is interesting. I might actually just keep those. Now, there was somewhere over here, I actually saw another thing for the holidays, and I cannot remember where it was. I believe it was this way. All right, everybody, we have one last thing to take care of. I couldn't find anything else, so we're going to go ahead and hop over to Zach's place, because we left a little sign asking if he wanted to be business partners. He's ended up saying yes, so we're going to have to find a place. Oh, is he carpeting all that? Oh, nice. Now I won't get attacked by slimes every time I turn around. Let's see, where should we put this sign that you think he would notice? Got a little book here. I'll write something real quick. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. All right, everybody, we got it set up. It's not much, just saying, Dear Zach, I would like to open a redstone shop. And pretty much asking for his help if he wants. We'll figure out who's going to build what or so forth. We'll have to wait on that. And I'm just going to set it right here. And I hope he can find it. So, not my best in the world, but hey, it works. So we're going to go ahead and leave that there. There is a note on the second page. If he wants me to take that down, I will. I'm not going to really damage anyone's area. That's why I kind of put it off in the back over here. And yeah, so that's actually going to wrap up this video. It wasn't as productive as I was hoping, but we still got quite a bit done. Got the sugarcane farm. Ooh, bee. But yeah, I have some plans coming up in the future, and I'm really hoping I'm going to start getting these worked on. But we'll have to wait and see. And we're in a bed. Cleaning up my mess. But one thing I know I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get used to not living in this area anymore. I need to start just going over to my new area, and yeah. But I guess it's time to say farewell to this place. It's been a nice little home. It served us well. Our little first cave and everything else. Memories. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching. And don't forget to check out all the other awesome YouTubers, streamers on this server. Their links will be down in the description. And until next time, everybody, this is EnigmaCraft86 saying take it easy. Later.